Father Brian, as a Jesuit priest, you've been formed in the Ignatian tradition. What's distinctive about Ignatian prayer? In your training as a Jesuit, what would St. Ignatius say about the life of prayer? How did he envision it?
Well, of course, it's a central dimension, maybe the central dimension of the life of any Jesuit, as it is of really any religious person, I think. The Ignatian tradition, as we call it, is really a byproduct of the spiritual exercises of St. Ignatius, which was a plan that he developed partly from his own experience, partly from his reading, to help people to pray in a purposeful way, in a disciplined way, at crucial points in their life. And it's something that Jesuits do in the beginning of their religious life and again later on, but we do it every year as well in a sort of a smaller scale. The spiritual exercises are really a plan for praying about your own life and then for trying to center that in the story of Christ in the Gospels and to follow him on his way and then through his passion and resurrection. And he suggests there a number of ways that you can pray with texts from the Scriptures, by reflecting back on your own history, on your own sinfulness and your own need of God, or even just using formulas of prayer that are familiar to us, like the Our Father or the Hail Mary, something that we know very well, but we don't really think about carefully enough. But I suppose what's often thought of as Ignatian prayer, and it's one of the styles of prayer that he certainly urges on us, is to use our imaginations when we pray. If you're taking a scene from the Gospel, let's say, and trying to get a deeper sense of what Jesus is doing in this particular scene, Ignatius suggests that you read it through slowly, carefully a few times, let the words sink in, and then simply try to be present there, to imagine yourself in the scene, to notice who else is there, to notice what they do, to listen to what they say, if possible, to imagine yourself present. Just being one of the crowd or, holding a stick or something, but entering into a conversation with St. Peter or with Jesus himself and listening to what they say to you. And it can be a very fruitful kind of prayer. It's not scripted, but it's something that lets the gospel come alive for you. You enter into this scene that is presented to us in the gospel. But we can pray in many ways, I think, and use all the powers of our minds to do that and make it our own.